Hey, what's going on YouTube? Strider's back with another, this is actually going to be my double daily today. And if this keeps going on, we might have a triple or a quadruple, maybe, if we're lucky. So we'll see. But again, this is going to be Team Dynamic versus 4Not. Very excited about this game. Seems like last game they were just having a really good time. It was very fun to cast, very fun to watch. But this game, from the looks of the picks, it looks like they're taking it a little bit more seriously, like really seriously. So that'll be interesting to watch as well. The thing that worries me is that both teams have just great team compositions. Malphite late game, even like mid early game, he's still really strong, but late game he's really good with his defenses, and he's a huge playmaker. That's what he is. He makes plays. Taric, he's really good for his AoE aura from his Radiance. Ezreal's gotten a lot more credit lately than he used to, and a great stun coming out from Taric, and now the AoE stun coming out from... Oh no, Taric might actually go down from the kill. Yes, it does get taken out by Jax, and now, oh, a lot of damage going down. Malphite's able to pick up the Jax, Corki's able to take down the Irelia, and now a lot of damage coming out onto TakashiX as Veigar. Oh, that's scary. And now they're poking down, a great stun coming out from Veigar again, and a great job being able to get Corki in that stun right before he's about to kill him. So that Event Horizon just making huge plays, bringing them back into the game even though it was so late. Just a great job. But yeah, as I was saying, they have a lot of late game champions. So Malphite's really good late game. Veigar is incredibly strong late game because he just keeps getting better and better and better with the passive on his Blissful Strike, or Bladeful Strike. Sorry. Irelia is also incredibly strong late game, annoyingly strong late game. But also Jax. Jax is ridiculously strong late game. It's really hard to compete with anybody late game when you have a Jax. It's like the only people that can compete with him late game is like Hogma and Vayne. Like he's a hyper carry, a hardcore hyper carry. Leona is a huge playmaker, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work out as well. Great stun coming out from Jax with the Empowered Strike. A lot of damage going on to Irelia really early on. Nocturne's pretty good late game. He does have that. He does have his ultimate. Paranoia is just really strong with making the plays, picking off the people that you need to pick off. And of course, Rise is also incredibly strong late game. He's another one of those champions that just gets better and better as the game goes on. And a lot of damage coming out from both players. But, oh my gosh, Veigar is taking a lot of damage just from the minions. And they're pretty even with the fact they're both popping all the health potions that they have. Veigar has a mana potion. Malphite is now in mid, ready to gank. And the snare might be coming out. No, the snare does not come out. But now Nocturne's in the mix. So this will also be incredibly terrifying for Veigar, especially if Malphite backs off like the way it looks like he is. And no, the Wolves are not up for Nocturne to take. Unfortunately for him, it looks like there's a little bit of damage. Corki actually taking a tower shot. Just doing the harass that he wanted to on the Ezreal, but just not being able to get out of there safely. And this early on, the tower does a lot of damage, so I'm not sure if that was quite worth it, especially when you don't have a healer. But that was really good phosphorus bomb, being able to get just the tip of that onto Ezreal without getting that tower aggro. Now I'm worried about mid. I keep thinking that there's going to be something crazy going on. And let's see, how much has he gotten from this? Bonus is +5, so he's only killed 5 minions with his Q so far. Bladeful Strike gets really powerful late game. It's incredibly scary later on in the game, especially if you're building AP. So luckily for Rise, he doesn't build as much AP as most AP carries. He's going to be able to survive a little bit more, but then again, Veigar also still has that huge stun cage, so Event Horizon's going to be deadly for pretty much the whole team. It's like an inverted Leona ultimate, because Leona's Solar Flare, what it does is it only stuns people that are like inside that little circle, and then slows people that are kind of around the outer side. But the Event Horizon, it stuns everybody that's on the outside of it. So I think if you have Veigar and Leona on the same team, and Veigar was able to get 3 or 4 people inside the stun, and then Leona threw her ultimate inside of the Event Horizon, that would be ridiculous, because it would fit right inside of it perfectly. A great Event Horizon coming out from Veigar, and the Meteor Strike just doing a lot of damage. That Dark Matter, if he levels that up more than just level 1, I'm not sure. I think he'll probably get level 2 or 3 into Event Horizon before he starts leveling that up a little bit more, but it does so much damage. It's ridiculous on how much damage it actually does. Nocturne's coming up top, might go for the gank onto Irelia here. It looks like he is going in. Irelia is able to see it. Veigar does go down from the tower. Let me go back and see what happened there. Veigar doesn't have a lot of mana, so I'm not sure what he's getting. And a great stun coming out, and he does flash out of there, and he gets stunned by the Rise, but he flashes out and still goes down anyway. Rise almost goes down with a little sliver of health, so very unfortunate for Veigar, but that's the risk you take when you make plays like that. It was probably worth the risk, but unfortunately it just did not quite pay off the way he wanted it to. As far as bot lane's concerned right now, Ezreal has 38 creep kills against Corki's 37. So it's pretty much smack dab even for both those champions. They're both 1-0-1. So there's not really too much going on. They both kind of have kill lanes, with Leona being able to lock down a person, and Corki has a pretty nice burst. Ezreal has some great poke damage, as well with Taric and his stun and the shatter combo being able to reduce their MR. And a lot of damage. Irelia is going into Rise, and Rise does end up going down. And great ultimate by Veigar, being able to pick up that kill onto the Rise, getting the revenge that he needs. But now I'm worried that Nocturne might hit levels. No, okay, so Nocturne's not really all that close to hitting level 6, so he's not going to be able to Paranoia in onto Veigar and pick up that kill. It was a nice thought, though. Veigar is going to be able to successfully pick up some items. He kind of walks off the healing platform for a bit. He gets his Sork shoes. It's very important for Veigar to get those level 2 shoes almost immediately. Oh, a lot of damage going out into Irelia, and I think Irelia does get the stun off and the ignite, and I think that she's going to get this kill. Yes, and a great exchange by Irelia top, getting the Jax. So that is still going to be an incredibly dangerous lane. Jax is 60 creep kills, doubling that of Irelia's, has another kill as well. And that is just not going to be good, so they want to try to shut down that Jax as much as possible. I think that was the thought of the Malphite, because once Malphite does his ground slam, as well as being able to have the Frozen Heart, that's going to reduce Jax's attack speed by so much. I don't know if he's going to be 100% useful, or as useful as he normally would be. And now that Ezreal has leveled up his True Shot Barrage, we might see a nice little ult coming out onto mid, doing a little bit of extra damage. It's possible, not necessarily likely. You're probably just going to use it to push a lane really hard and then recall and get some items. That's usually what ends up happening. Interested in what these pings are. They are pinging out Irelia here, or sorry, Leona. Sorry. They're pinging up Leona, and a great ultimate coming down, and the Event Horizon with another stun. A lot of damage going down. The Solar Flare coming out, and now Rise is just picking apart the pieces. Rise is doing so much damage. And now Rise has picked up a double kill and probably going for the triple. It gets the flash away and possibly... No, he does not get away. Very unfortunate. But amazing play by that Rise, being able to pick up a triple kill onto the team that initiated. So team dynamic definitely coming out on top of that, feeding Rise 3 kills. It's not good for Fortnite, but they are going to still be in this game without a problem. They do have... Oh, and Corki jumping over the race, instantly giving down that Ezreal. Did not see it coming whatsoever. Great leap strike and stun by the Jax as well. Just phenomenal maneuvering. And now it looks... Oh! The Event Horizon just barely missing the Corki. Corki was not fat enough to do that. Or to take... Oh no, and a stun now coming out onto Irelia. Irelia stuns. I don't think she's going to be able to survive there. She's going to heal a little bit off her ultimate, but Jax's ultimate and then passive is just going to prove to be too much work. And now that Taric just barely escapes the clutches of this Corki Leona combo, which is proving to be extremely deadly. So very lucky for Taric. Don't think they wanted to chase into the tower since he is relatively tanky. He did have his ultimate up, so he was going to be able to gain a little bit more defenses from that. Irelia is going to be losing a lot of experience and a lot of creep kills. She still is far behind Irelia as far as creep kills goes. So they're really counting on this Malphite to farm up. He does have 2 gold per 10 items. So those will be churning away, getting that extra gold income that he needs in order to become powerful sooner than normal. And Malphite's coming in, just putting on a little bit of damage, doesn't actually do too much at all. Hasn't really leveled up the Seismic Shard besides level 1, so he's not really planning on doing too much work with that move. But he's now going to be able to farm mid relatively easily. Veigar goes back and gets a Blasting Wand, and now Rise is going down bottom, and Fortnite is pinging that. I think they're telling them to retreat, and now Corki's going in like crazy, and the snare with the Solar Flare coming out, and a great dodgeball maneuver going on by Rise, and the Event Horizon doing a lot of work with the ultimate up, but is not able to kill him quite yet, and the ultimate coming out from Malphite goes right through, and now he doesn't know who to go on to. He gets snared, and now he's just walking back and forth. Very unfortunate. He has 2 members of Team Dynamic extremely low. Great job by Paradoxal and Zig, just going back and forth, exchanging the damage, trying to bait him to go in between while Nocturne just picks up that free kill. A great job by them being able to do that, and oh my gosh, Irelia almost goes down from the damage, and it looks like Jax really wants that kill, seeking blood at this point, taking a lot of tower damage, has to put down the ward to leap strike to it, and now with Dynamic taking Dragon, they're going to get a relatively large lead at this point. They do have the first tower of the game, and now the first Dragon. So excellent job by Dynamic, being able to really take on, and Jax being able to pick up that kill very close. Jax is under 50 health at that point in time, but was able to pick it up with the help from Leona's stun. A great teamwork coming out from Dynamic right now. And an ultimate coming off from Ezreal, swinging by, doesn't actually hit anybody. Rise taking a lot of damage, but being able to pick up the Veigar is Nocturne with the Paranoia, and the Ignite on Rise isn't going to be able to kill him because he did have his ultimate up and was able to get that lifesteal. And still Nocturne's doing a lot of damage on, and now Leona taking the tower, being able to stun both Malphite and Taric. Taric does not want to give up, and a great stun onto Leona under the tower, but the tower is not attacking her. Luckily for her, they did have minions there. Great play by Pixel, being able to read exactly what the tower was doing, making sure he had time to flash over the wall and escape successfully. But now Ezreal's coming up and almost gets the kill. Another Ignite on, and the Unstoppable Force coming out. And now with the snare from Rise, and a lot of damage coming out from Corki. Corki has so much damage right now. And Corki is just proving to be a force to be reckoned with. It doesn't run into that Event Horizon, luckily, but now he knows that the spell is down and there's a 20-second cooldown on that. Jax is coming in, gonna go for the double kill, possibly a triple kill, but takes a little bit too much damage from the tower. It does end up going down. Veigar is also going down now. It is unable to get off the Event Horizon before he dies. So very unfortunate. Dynamic is really taking control of this fight at this point in time, and they're really pushing their advantage. They're not just they're obviously not just content with winning the fights and slowly snowballing. What they're doing is they're trying to gain a little bit of an advantage and then use the disadvantage, use the chaos from a weird and interesting placement of a gank or a kill to where Fornot's like, oh wow, I can't believe they did that. That's a really interesting way. We should probably try that sometime. Or why were you over there? You know, some form of disagreement or shock as to what happened. Use that against them and say, hey, we're going to absolutely destroy them again. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to apply all this pressure and not let up at all. We want to get this snowball rolling as fast as possible on the steepest hill known to man. So right now they have a 6k gold lead at the 15-minute mark, proving to be extremely beneficial for them with the extra items that they're going to be able to have. And being able to shut down that Irelia with Jax was incredibly strong. And now the Event Horizon going out from Veigar, and Veigar not being able to do too much to the Jax. Solari coming out, being able to stun the Irelia for a little bit. Irelia and, yes, Fornot decides to back off. They don't really want to deal with it. Now that they know that Ryze is coming up, great Event Horizon, being able to back up that Ryze. Now Ryze is just pushing the lane as hard as possible. Looks like they really want to get this top tower now. And a nice stun attempt with the Zenith Blade coming out, and the ultimate going on to Veigar, but Veigar is going to be able to get away. And now the stun coming out from Jax onto the Irelia, and Irelia goes down almost instantly. Since she is quite underfarmed, she's not going to be able to do too much. And Veigar is going to go down here. He's not going to be able to stun for a little bit. And oh, great job by Veigar getting right behind this little wall, breaking line of sight, and getting that dark matter right into the pathway of Ryze. So great job by Veigar being able to bait that kill out. So TakashiX doing great work there. Very well played by him. And Jax is now just trying to push this lane again as hard as possible. Doesn't want to take unnecessary damage, so he is going to have to wait for the creeps to push up a little bit. And besides that, yeah, it looks like the #1 gold leader in the game is going to be Ryze with 7,200 gold, has 8 kills and 108 creep kills. He's roaming from lane to lane with those 5 assists and 8 kills, being a part of 13 out of 19 of the kills on his team. So Ryze is doing a lot of work for his entire team, just proving to be a very valuable asset. And so, yeah, I think they're really going to be aware of Paradoxical's Ryze next game. If they choose to play another one, they might have to ban around that, 'cause he's doing an excellent job with his aggressive playstyle matched with the team, especially that Nocturne. I think Nocturne's really assisting in that process as well. And Malphite's going in. They are able to stun the Jax, and a Deathfire Grass going out, and still not going to be enough damage from the Veigar to do too much. Leona's all by herself. She gets off the Solar Flare, tries to... Oh, and flashes over the wall. Is going to be able to get away from this. I'm not sure how she's going to expect to stay alive through these tower shots. She's going to get stunned. She is able to get away. She has 138 health, and I don't think... Yeah. So they exchange stuns, and now she's going to kill herself on the tower, unfortunately, but it does give the kill to Taric and no assist to anybody else. So great job by Leona being able to restrict that gold income coming out from either Malphite or Veigar, and a lot of damage going out. Irelia is not throwing her ult in the proper direction, it seems. Yeah, I think she thought that Ryze flashed over here. It was very difficult to see with the paranoia coming out from Nocturne. But great job by Ezreal being able to pick up that kill onto the Corki as well. So paroL is really trying to bring this together. He has still quite a bit of CS, the most on his team by quite a bit actually. So he's the one that's going to be able to bring Fornot back into this game. And if anything, Veigar is still going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And again, make big plays with that Event Horizon. And at this point, Ryze is still farming like crazy. He's just pushing the lanes as hard as possible. He does have the Abyssal Scepter mixed with a Catalyst and another Sapphire Crystal. So I'm interested to see what exactly he's building after that. Typically you would see... it's very possible that he might get a Banshee's Veil, which isn't a common item on anybody nowadays. It used to be one of the best items in the game. But now with the amount of champions that have CC and the amount of people that run CC comps, being able to alleviate one of those isn't that much. And a great solo flare coming out from Leona, being able to prevent the entire team of Fornot to initiate on that. And there is no ward there, so Team Dynamic knows that they're doing it, and they both their wards over there, and a great job. Malphite going in with the ult, and the Event Horizon going down. A lot of damage coming out, but Leona's going to lock down this Veigar as much as possible. And now with Jax there, I don't know if that's going to be a good idea for him to chase him down. But Veigar does have that red buff, is going to be able to get the auto attacks, and the Event Horizon should be coming up. It is up, yes, does get a lot of damage, and the Dark Matter taking out the kill. Perfect job by Fornot. So they're really bringing it back at this point. They were behind by quite a bit, and now they're just bringing it home. They're grouping together. They're now going for Baron. So this is very interesting, although Irelia does a lot of damage to Baron, and Deathfire Grasp is not doing really anything to Jax, even though he only has 68 MR. Veigar just doesn't quite have the AP yet to deal with it. So now that Ezreal's here, he's able to increase the attack speed of everybody on the team. And now the stun's coming out, and they're going to instantly blow up the Jax. Jax tries to get a little bit of a kill, and now Nocturne's coming in, is able to get the kill. Oh no, he doesn't actually get the kill. But Corki comes in, is able to pick up the kill on Irelia. They do have to back him off, and now Red Team has a free Baron. Ezreal coming in with the ult, not quite able to steal it, but they don't want them to be able to get it. Veigar goes in, tries to take it. Oh, it's very unfortunate turn of events for Fornot, but great job by Team Dynamic being able to capitalize on the opportunity that was very, very slim. So Jax delayed them as much as they could, or as much as he could. He popped his ult to get that little extra sustain, and Ezreal doing a lot of damage to the Corki. Corki's almost going dead, but Ryze was able to pick up the kill. Just proved to be a little bit too fast, and great job by Malphite being able to pick up that kill. Now snared by Ryze. They didn't want Corki to have that Baron buff, and now Irelia is coming in, trying to attack Ryze as much as possible, and now the Shatter might be coming in. Yes, and the Radiance going to try to do as much damage as well as reduce his MR for the Irelia. So the Ryze ends up picking the kill on the Irelia, and a lot of action going down. Veigar is not going to be able to pick up any of those kills. Oh, he does actually, is able to turn around with the Baleful Strike, and pick up Leona, but Jax comes around with the ace, taking out the Veigar. And now he's going to just stroll along, take the red buff casually. So great job by Nocturne and Jax. They really needed Malphite in that fight a little bit longer. Malphite does not quite have the Heart of Gold. Or sorry, does not quite have the Frozen Hearts. There's too many hearts. Malphite has no heart, so he needs to buy as many as he can, just in case one fails. But the Frozen Heart's going to be very important in this match. Corki's auto attack range isn't too far, so if Malphite can get right in between the bruisers, being Jax and Nocturne, and then also being in between. So basically make a triangle. He'll be right in the middle of the triangle between Corki and then Jax and Nocturne. It'll be incredibly strong for their team. Jax coming out with a lot of damage and almost goes down from the tower, but was able to successfully pick up that kill. Corki being able to take out Irelia just fine. Did not pick that up, so let me see if I can do that. Yeah, Corki just shredding her MR, absolutely destroying her. She tries to go in, but she gets ignited, was not able to heal enough life off of the minions. Corki walks away scot-free. Oh, and a great leap strike, being able to dodge the ultimate from Malphite. Absolutely great job. Did not see that coming. Malphite getting stunned by Leona and then snared by Ryze. Ryze is probably going to own the Solar Flare. Great job by Leona being able to pick up the kill. Summoner Heal coming in, and now Nocturne coming in for the kill. And the trade between Corki and Veigar going down in mid at the same time. Again, another ace coming out for Team Dynamic. And again, they're pulling away, trying to take control of this match, being as aggressive as they can, making those crazy plays that they are known for all across the world. And now it's just a matter of what they can do. An ultimate from Ezreal coming up, trying to clear the creep wave so they don't take that mid tower, but it's not going to prevent them. Ezreal is, gets snared, but he's able to flash, or able to blink away with his Arcane Shift without any trouble, so that was very, very fortunate enough for him, being able to get away. And hopefully Irelia can get farmed here to turn this game around, or at least close the gap a little bit. Aurelia's going to be a major change, and a great job with Malphite initiating onto the Ryze, and now they're trying to get him as much as possible. The Irelia is being popped by the Taric, and Ryze flashes over the wall, and he's able to get the snare, but the Baleful Strike from Veigar is going to be able to prove too much. And now a lot of damage going down. They're focusing Taric. I'm not sure why they would focus Taric over the other high priority people that are in that fight. Ezreal going to be able to slow the attack speed of that Nocturne. And Leona's going to be able to pick up that kill onto Taric. And the Nocturne goes down from the Veigar. And Leona's now all by herself. Dark Matter, she tries to flash over the wall and was unable to, and then she just stands there waiting for her impending doom. It takes her a while to finish it off, but Ezreal was able to successfully auto-attack her down. That was a huge team fight, absolutely huge for Fortnite. They really came back strong in that fight, and now I see Malphite attacking nothing. I don't know who he was attacking. It looked like he was attacking that little pot there, but so that was a little bit interesting. That could have been scary. I was a little bit worried for that Veigar. I know Corki's really strong, and Zig is extreme. Oh, a lot of damage going out. Great ultimate coming down, and a lot of damage. Oh, and he doesn't quite. Oh no, and Onebadbrad with the Malphite. It's going to go down, and the Ezreal ult just barely missing Zig on the Corki. And Ryze successfully takes out Veigar, but Veigar gets payback by taking out the Ryze with an Ignite. Absolutely phenomenal job. Sorry, not Ignite. It was a spell that was just already in midair. But great job. This has just been an insane match. It's almost like match one, just a little bit more intense. It's a lot closer than the first match we watched earlier. And now Jax. Jax is going in 2v1 right now. They are going to run away. They really don't want to fight this. Jax is going to be able to shatter to reduce his armor by just a little bit, but it's not going to be a whole lot. Ezreal is now doing as much damage as he can, reduces the attack speed of Jax. Now Jax is just jumping on top, and Nocturne jumping on Ezreal. And I don't think Ezreal's going to be able to get out of this. Ezreal just gets absolutely destroyed. And now Jax being targeted by everyone, going to be able to let that Nocturne get out. Oh! And a great job being able to put that ward down, leap strike to it, and then flash instantly. ZionSpartan just very technical. Most people would not be able to do that, let alone think that they could do that. It's very difficult to do. It's unfortunate that there was already a couple spells on their way towards him that he wasn't able to get away. But that was an excellent move by ZionSpartan. And great ultimate coming out from Malphite, being able to pick up that Rise. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything. Looks like Veigar got caught out by the Leona and the Corki, and now they pick up the Taric as well. Corki's just doing an insane amount of damage. There's just no running from Corki at this point. And a great stun by Irelia, but Irelia then gets stunned by Leona and then falls to the Rise. At this point, it looks like Ezreal is just going to have to poke from afar. There's not really too much he can do. Malphite is now stuck at his outer tower with 3 members of Team Dynamic just chasing him down. They don't care anymore about the towers. They're tanky enough to where they can survive. And they are... Oh, and a lot of damage going on to Leona. She tries to stun to get out of there. It's not going to be successful. She pops Shirelles just in case. And True Shot Barrage just comes off. Oh no, sorry, no, this was something else. I don't know what that was. It might have been a level up. Doesn't look like a level up. I don't know what that animation was. Oh, great stun coming off onto Jackson. Then an Event Horizon. Great job by the Veigar. They were able to pick up the Jax, just completely eviscerated him. There was nothing he could do to get out of that. He was stunned by Taric, and then Event Horizon coming down, and the constant DPS from Corki. Oh! Sorry, from Ezreal. And now again, insane amount of damage. Veigar is just 659 AP with the Void Staff now. It's... Oh my gosh. This game is getting really intense at this point. There's a relatively huge gold distance, though. They're still 15k gold behind. But now they might actually be able to pick up Baron successfully with Corki and Jax down. Fortnite has an incredible advantage being able to pick this up. And they are able to pick it up. And a lot of members of Fortnite are still going down in this fight. Irelia goes down to the Rise, and now it looks like Nocturne is just absolutely ripping apart everybody. Leona picks up that last kill, and yes, they are going to ace them after they take the Baron. It looks like they were trying to take the Baron with that ultimate from Nocturne, but Nocturne just arrived a little bit too late. He flew in a little bit too slow, was not able to get it, and a Youmuu's Ghostblade. I don't normally see that, but I think it's a great item, especially on Nocturne, is being able to increase that attack speed significantly, and his movement speed, just being able to stick on people. And then the armor pen. So great job. It looks like they're just going to push to win. I don't think there's anything that Fortnite can do, which is very unfortunate. But let's see what they can do. A lot of damage still coming out from Veigar. Veigar goes down. This could be game over. And the Solar Flare coming out from Leona, but he does stay alive just barely. And the Shirelles is coming out from Leona now, but Taric's sticking on top of her, waiting for the stun to come back up. And I think that they're going to be, if they wait for a Phage proc, and a great Malphite ult now going on to Leona. Might have been a little bit of a waste just to pick up that one kill. And now Ezreal tried to steal the blue buff with his ultimate, but was unable to. And the flash through the Event Horizon coming out from Corki, doing a lot of damage to the Veigar, being able to pick him up. And now Irelia and Taric fighting the Corki, coming out with more than half health on both people. So great job on that end. There's just a lot of action going in, and Team Dynamic is starting to pick up the pace again. It looks like they kind of come in waves. They go hardcore aggressive, and then they just don't know when to let up. And then they finally get wiped out. It's like they push as hard as they can until they die. It's almost like an ARAM. And then they go back, they buy their items, and then they push as hard as they can until they die. And I mean, it's working for them so far, that's for sure. They're doing something right. Although Jax now has a Guardian Angel, so oh my gosh, it's terrifying. The Frozen Heart coming out from Rise now as well. It's gonna be incredibly scary. And the stun now coming out on Ezreal from Jax, and the Event Horizon going down. Oh, and a huge amount of damage coming out from Veigar. Veigar is doing a lot of work. Ezreal got Irelia and was able to flash away. Jax's Guardian Angel is no more, and oh my gosh, Veigar is now the highest priority target for Team Dynamic, since Veigar can basically one-shot combo even the Jax. Is going to prove to be quite a hindrance on any engage they try to go in on. Because once he gets that combo off, if he can instantly kill somebody, they're probably going to win that fight at that time. Ezreal and Irelia do end up picking up that Jax, and Ryze flashes over, is able to take out the Veigar. The Veigar going down is going to be incredibly scary. Oh no, Taric is now going down from the barrage of spells and auto attacks coming out from Ryze, Nocturne, and Corki, and a great Zenith Blade and stun coming out onto Irelia. And Fortnite is completely backed off into their base, not being able to. Great Solar Flare and Fear coming out. Oh, and Ryze being able to pick up a great amount of kills onto their base. And now that Fortnite is aced with an exposed Nexus, that is going to be good game. So, phenomenal job by Team Dynamic. That is an excellent display of how aggressive a team can be. It's almost like they took the mindset of M5 back at IEM Kiev. Instead of doing extremely aggressive counter jungling, they took on the extremely aggressive tower diving. It seems to be a lot what we're seeing at the OGN tournament. They're doing like 5-man ganks bot behind the tower at level 3. Just insane things that you don't normally expect, but the element of surprise is a very incredible weapon to have on your team. So again, congratulations to Team Dynamic, and GG for Fortnite. And again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to like them, comment, also subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.